Do you have a love-hate relationship with Canva? On most days, you absolutely love it, but then there are those moments where it drives you absolutely bonkers. You click on one thing and it selects something else. You try and add an image and it replaces one that you wanted to keep. And don't even get me started on things like grouping. We've all been there, but these annoying little quirks are actually really easy to fix when you know how. And so in this video, I'm going to share 10 common Canva frustrations and show you exactly how you can fix them. Hi, I'm Lee. I make handbags, jewellery and accessories, and I share all of my beginner-friendly tips and tricks to help others get started with their small business ideas or their hobbies. So if you like what you see and you want to see more, please like and subscribe. Frustration number one, you can't select the right thing. This usually happens when you've finished your design or close to finishing your design and you've got lots on there and you now want to change something that's kind of hidden behind lots of other text or images. I'm going to use this example here of one of my thumbnails. I want to change this text here where it says online store photos, but I just can't get to it. This is mostly always caused by layering. So when you add new elements or images, things are layered on top of one another. So you need to find where this is in the layers and bring it to a point where you can actually edit the text. So to do that, you can come up here to position, go to layers, and then find the text that you want to update. Once you've clicked on the text, the blue text box will appear. So when I click in that box, as you see, I still can't change anything. It's not letting me actually edit that text at all. And that is because I've got this image here sitting over the top. When I click in the layers on the text, you can see that my text box is inside this larger blue box, which is the size of the image that I've got here. And because I've got the background removed, you can't really tell that the image is that size. I don't want to move this because I've positioned it where I want it to be. I can click on this little white bar and I'm going to drag that to the left. And it's going to move it out of the way of the text that's behind it. So I can now reach the text. But as you can see, I've now got something else that's in the way, and it's this text here. So if you look at the layers, I had this image originally sitting on the top. This is the text that I want to change. I've now got this text here that's in the way. I don't have a white bar to move the text in the same way that I do for the image. So what I need to do is instead, so that I don't move that out of position, I just want to change the layering. So I'm going to move the text that I want to change so that it's above the small business owner text, and then I'll move it back once I've made the change. So I want to change online store and photos. I'm going to move both of those up, and I just want to change the position of them slightly. Move that back just to make sure I'm happy with it. Nope. Slide that back. So if you wanted to change anything, you can just go into the text box and change it. Once you've made those changes, you can just move the image and the other text box back. Frustration number two, your text spacing looks wrong. So when you add text to your design, you've got the option to change your fonts up here, but you've also got the option to change the spacing between your letters. So if you come up here to this T icon, you've got advanced settings, and you've got the option to change the distance between your letters. So if you see here, when I move that out to the right, now giving me some space between those letters. I'll do the same here. I'll do the same for the one down here as well. So it just gives it a more elegant look. If you're adding a new text box, just say you had text that was on 2 rows. So this is a common issue where you've got a huge gap between the 2 words. So again, you can come up here to the T icon, advanced settings, and then use the line spacing to bring the text closer together, or you can move it further apart. Mostly the issue is with the gap being too big, so you can just move that line spacing to bring that closer together. And then you've got the option to move the text box. So it's your letter spacing and your line spacing that will make your text look much nicer. Frustration number 3, the background remover isn't working properly. So let's use this example here, one of my scrunchies. So I'm going to come up here to BG Remover, and I'm expecting Canva to remove the entire background. But as you can see, I'll be able to see this clearer if I change the background colour. It hasn't removed the background in the middle here. Canva's treated that as part of the main image, and it can't recognise that that's actually part of the background. So in order to change it, you have to go up to the BG Remover, your background remover, and erase the parts that you want to remove. So as you can see here, I've got this big cursor, and if I click in there, I can start removing the parts that I want to remove. But this circle is way too big, and if I use that, I'm going to end up removing other parts that I want to keep. So I need to come over here where it says size, and I'm going to change the size of the pixel eraser. I'm going to move that down to a much smaller size, make it a little bit bigger. And now I can just manually with my mouse go around the parts that I want to remove. Make it a bit smaller and do the rest. So now that's removed that center. So if I click on the X, it'll take me back to my image, and it's now removed the entire background. Now you can also restore part of the background if it stripped part of the background that it shouldn't have done. You can come back up to BG Remover, and you've got the restore option, and you can do the same thing. So again, changing the size. Click on the X and it will add that back in. The restore tool is really good if maybe you had something else that was in the background that you wanted to keep, and Canva stripped that out. You can go in and highlight that image and it will bring it back into your design. And BG Remover is a pro feature. Frustration number 4, you can't position things accurately. Trying to get everything lined up can be challenging when you've got lots of different things on your design. When you start moving your text box around, you do have a center line that appears that keeps things aligned, but sometimes it can be still challenging to see if it has actually lined itself up. So the best way to do this is to go up to position, go to layers, select the text that you want to line up. So I'm going to choose these ones here, and then I'm going to go over to arrange, and I'm going to select center align. And that'll bring everything into the center. You've also got the option up here as well to do that. If it's an image that you're trying to position, sometimes it can be quite challenging to move it with your mouse into the position that you want. So let's say I'm trying to move this box up, but it goes too far up or it goes too far down, or Canva just seems to jolt it to the left or the right. You can't quite get it to where you want it to go. Rather than trying to do it with your mouse, click on your image, go up to position, go to arrange, and you've got your X and Y positions here where you can manually override. So X is going across the page and Y is going down. So if I want to move this image ever so slightly up, I'm going to change this ever so slightly. So I'm going to go 180. So 0 is the top of the page and the number was 195. So if I go 180, I would expect this to move up. And let's move that up. Then that's a little bit too much. So if I go 185, let's move that down. But rather than you trying to do that with your mouse, you can actually just put the numbers in manually to work out where you want that to be positioned. And the same with if you're trying to rotate an image. So this is one where you can get all sorts of troubles. Sometimes it goes a little bit crazy with the rotate and you're trying to bring it to about 90 degrees and you can't get it to the number. Go up to position and come down here to rotate, and then you can manually override that number and that will bring that into position. Obviously that is on its side, so let's change that. Okay, so here's an example of positioning your text. So I'm trying to position this text so that it is just below the word summer. I want collection to be just below summer. But when I move it just a fraction, Canva doesn't give me much choice. It just seems to jump from one spot to another and there's sort of no in between, but I want it to be an in between. So I'm going to click on that text box and I'm going to come up here to position. I'm going to go to arrange and I'm going to use the XY positions. I'm going to use the Y because I want to bring that up higher. So I'm going to put in 999. And you can see it just moved it up a fraction. I want to move that slightly more. Change it to 1000. And that allows me to move it into the exact position that I want that to be in. Frustration number 5, you replace an image instead of adding one. So this is very frustrating. You're trying to bring a new image or graphic onto your design to place over the top of an existing image like this one here. I'm going to use a graphic in this example. And when you select your graphic, it brings it onto the design without any issue. But as soon as you try and move that graphic, it tries to replace the image behind it. So if I let go, that will actually replace the picture of the bag with those stars. Let me change the background colour so you can see what I mean. That's been replaced. Let's undo. I want to position the stars so that they are laying over the top of that image. But I constantly have that problem where it wants to change the background image. Now this is happening because of where my cursor is positioned. My cursor is currently inside the blue box of the image at the back. If I bring the cursor outside of that area, it's no longer trying to replace that image. So that is the trick, is to move your graphic or new image as close to where you want that to be, but without bringing that cursor into that space. So you can use the corners to drag the graphic out to move it. You can move it around as much as you want. And all the time you don't move your cursor into that space, you can move that graphic around, let go and drop that onto that design without any problems. You can resize, put it on an angle and move that around. It doesn't seem to be a problem when you resize. You've got two options to either move that image around, moving it as close as you can and just keep making sure that your cursor stays outside of that box, or you come up to position and you work out where you want to position it using the XY position so that you're not hovering over that image. Let's go 280. Then you can move the X position. Frustration number 6, grouping isn't working properly. You want to group some items together. Go to position, go into layers, select the images, text or elements that you want to group. And then you should have an option to group, but there's no option. Instead, I've got this lock symbol, which means that something is locked. And you can see here, usually grouping is an issue when something's been accidentally locked. So if I click on this and it shows me that it's this one here, I can now unlock that image, go back to the 4 images I want to group together, and I've now got the option to group. I can group those all together. The same thing if you want to ungroup and you've locked the group, you would need to unlock that before you could ungroup. And the other thing is that sometimes certain things can't be grouped, and a good example of that is a QR code. So if I ungroup this and I now go back to position, select my QR code and the 4 images, I want to group those all together, I've got no option to group, and that's nothing to do with anything being locked. That is because I can't group a QR code. So if I deselect my QR code, I can now group those items together. So if they're not locked and you still can't group it, the chances are you're trying to group something that actually can't be grouped. So find out what that is and remove that from the grouping or the proposed grouping, and then group your other items together. Frustration number 7, your elements or text won't move. This is going to be the same thing. If you've locked something accidentally, as I said, it's very easy to just click on that lock icon when we're trying to do something else. Or maybe you've locked it because you want to keep it in that position and you've forgotten, it's been a while since you last touched it, so now you've forgotten that it's locked and now you're trying to move it and you can't move it. You get the padlock here to unlock, or you can go up to position if you're not sure what's locked and then look for the item that's got the padlock with the pencil. Click on the icon with the padlock and the pencil to unlock. I think you have to click it twice. It says it's locked and then you have to lock it again and then unlock it, I think. But you essentially want that padlock to have that unlocked look. Frustration number 8, you're unable to move the background on your template. Okay, so this is just a Canva template where you would normally bring that onto your design and then you can move around the elements, change your product image. But what if you actually want to change the background? So at the moment, I can't change that background. I can't move it. So I can move all of these other little elements, but I can't move the background. And that is because the background has been attached. So I need to detach it. So to do that, you can right click on your mouse and then go detach image from background. Now you can reposition. So I'll move that over the top, make that larger. I can put it onto an angle. I obviously don't want to cover the other elements or images. If I go back to position, I can now move that back down to the bottom. So just above the white background, so that it is the image at the back, but it's no longer attached to the background. The background is now white. But now I have the option to just move that around and position that where I want. So you don't have to keep the background attached. You can detach it and reposition it. Frustration number 9, you've made too many changes and you can't undo them. Okay, so you want to undo some changes that you've made to your design, but you don't have the option to undo. This is usually because you've closed out of your session and you've reopened Canva and you don't have an undo option. Or maybe the next day. If you've got Canva Pro, you can come up to File and scroll all the way down to Version History. And from there, you can select all previous versions of your design. And it's great because it's time stamped and date stamped. So it makes it a lot easier if you've closed out of a session during the day and you know that you made some changes in the morning. You can go back and select the morning's design, or if you know it was from a week ago, you could go back as far as you need to and select the previous version that you need. And you can just click on each one and it will show you that version. And once you find the version that you want, you can just come up here to restore. But just bear in mind, it's going to restore everything. So if you've got a big project like this, if you don't want to change everything else, you've got the make a copy option. And frustration number 10, you can't restore your deleted project. So you've been really good and keeping yourself organised, deleting projects that you don't need to keep your Canva all nice and neat and tidy. You've got 30 days to restore. Or maybe you're clearing out some of your images in your uploads. But then you realise that you've moved the wrong thing and you now need to restore it. But where is the trash? It's not here, not up here. Got to move to trash, but it's not the trash. It's not here. It's not down here. It's here. So you have to go back to the main Canva screen, expand your menu, and it's here. It's not easy to find, but then who keeps their trash bin out on show? No one does that. So I guess Canva made the trash bin nice and neat and tidy and plonked it away somewhere for it not to be seen very easily. But that's where it is. So then you can go into your trash and you've got the option to restore or delete. If you delete, it's gone. If you want to restore it, don't hit the delete button. Hit restore and that will send it back to your projects. You've got 30 days to do that. After 30 days, Canva automatically deletes. And the images are right here, so I can restore those as well. But if you delete a page from one of your projects, then I'm going to delete this one here. You've got the option to undo. Maybe you've come back to project at a later date or later time and you no longer have the option to undo. If you've got Canva Pro, you can go to your version history and restore it from there. So there you have it. I hope that helped, and do let me know in the comments what your biggest Canva frustration has been. I'll see you again in the next video.